Yo, 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 it's Hugo back with another video. Shout out to all y'all that's been holding it down in the chat and making sure that y'all been staying active and consistent, even though I know we haven't been doing the weekly recap as of late. But we just gonna go over a couple of trades that we went over the past 2 weeks or so. And starting off, we're always trading Nas. So we had this position for a buy stop last week. We then ended up, getting a push down. Wish I could have caught it down here, but it was okay. We had the buy stop up here. And as we got the buy bias, it activated us. We held it over the weekend, and this was the end result. So over the weekend, we held it, got an impulse up, got a retracement back up. We added more to our position. We ended up hitting TP with this impulse here as market opened. And it was just a beautiful week in the market. Um, and then on Friday, I just put in the chat, there was no execution today, staying patient and precise. We didn't take any position today, as Nas tapped into a sensitive order block on the higher time frame. Mondays tend to be full of manipulation, so we're excited and patient in letting price play out. Our focus remains on clear setups, proper risk, and long-term consistency. Missed a clean 200 pips today, but that's totally fine. We're not here to chase. We're here to build longevity. Stay tuned for tomorrow. We'll be tapped in early, watching for clean entries. Let's keep it sharp, stay disciplined, and continue stacking. So, that was in the beginning of the week. Just letting everybody know, we were just looking for some good setups and just making sure we're staying patient. On the 21st, we did have this position that we had for a sell stop. I definitely, liked the way that this was looking. We waited for our confirmations, which we got, and we were able to get in on that sell. We did get taken out of that sell here. Boom. We had a short stop loss, so it took us out. We did end up changing our bias to buys for that. And from there, we did end up getting taken out for the buys as well. But the next day, I did end up seeing that price was just kind of consolidating and we were going to get that sell momentum. So once we did get that sell momentum, everything was great. We kept getting that push down. Price almost went all the way, almost 400 something pips, but we ended up catching, 200. So we ended up catching like 198, of the pips, so halfway, there, but our goal every day is at least 100 pips. So we maxed out our goal, for that day. And then as you can see, price almost went to TP, which is the 50%. And then it kind of turned around. So it went an extra 200 pips down or so, 196 pips down, and then reversed. And that's when I knew we were kind of just going to be heading for this area here, taking out some of the liquidity that left, above. And the next day we ended up going in for buys. Wish I would have caught it down below, but it's okay. You just gotta risk less when you're catching it at the high like that. And we just extended our SL to make sure that the price, could kind of cover where we were attempting to get out. We did end up raising the TP just a little bit more, just so it could make sense risk to ratio wise. We eventually ended up going break even on this one as, the session break was happening. So I just wanted to cover, profits. And then at one point we were up 120 pips, which we could have definitely closed there, but we just wanted to hold all the way to TP. We did end up taking partials at 131 pips, just because, I saw the candles were forming like it was going to continue to push, but just in case it did like a quick dip down, leaving this order block down here, I wanted to make sure that we still collected something. The price definitely didn't end up coming back. And, we ended up just getting that impulse up, pushing all the way up into, certain areas and blasting through our TP. So that was definitely a great week trading that we had. Very consistent. I got a couple surprises coming up for you guys as far as like challenges and stuff like that. But they're going to be all live challenges. So no prop firms, no nothing like that, just live funded challenges through respected brokers. And definitely, man, if you guys have any questions, concerns, I know we haven't did a weekly recap in a while. I just got my PC back about a day or so ago. So I've been waiting, for it to be repaired because it just wouldn't turn on. So forgive me for the inconsistency in the videos the past 2, 3 weeks. But we have definitely tapped in and got the best of what this week can offer. And before we ended, this is just kind of how our trades looked for the week. For this week, I know we went over 2 weeks worth of trades, but this is how it looked. We had that consolidation that day. We only take two trades in a session, so two trades then done in a session, and I just want to make sure uh, that I'm consistent enough to understand that, once we are at the two trade mark and we get stopped out at our respected stop losses, then that's done, for the day. We definitely could have held this one a little bit longer, but because I was starting to see rejection, slightly when it came to this area, I just decided to close out here. Price rebounded back. Could have caught a buy here, but it wasn't in our prospective session. Actually, it was, but we just were patient, and we ended up getting one here. And then, yeah, this price ended up shooting up. We left some money on the table here as well, but not too much, maybe like 100 or so pips. So yeah, so about 100 or so pips more than what we collected, but that's totally fine. We're just here to get our daily mark and just be done, So technically 4 trades for the whole week, two winners, two L's. I guess so, somewhat of a break even week, but not really so much because we had that trade from that overlapped into this week that was actually didn't hit TP until Monday. So definitely feel free to ask any questions below in the Discord. Join our community if you want to participate in trades like this. Again, I'm Hugo and I'm